Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest Nitro F1 race. This was the season finale at Brazil. Um, Pretty much all the point stuff has been settled long before this, but we decided before the season even began to do like an experiment for this race. As it was the season finale, let's do a 100% race for the final race and see how it goes. It was a smaller turnout. It was kind of expected, but we had 10 people tonight, but it was gonna be curious. We were all curious to see how it would work out, but right here is my best qualifying performance, and so, but this was my fastest qualifying lap, and I did it on mediums. I tried a soft lap, but like it was faster, but it wasn't gonna be good enough for what I wanted, so I didn't actually end up taking the lap at all. So I just went to the pits before the lap ended, but so um, yeah, so here's the starting order. Kermit got Pole Puck second, Gale third, Cameron fourth, Chaffee fifth, TikTok sixth. I'm seventh, first on mediums. LCS eighth, Combat ninth, and Mahu got a five, got a grid penalty, so he's starting last. So, but yeah, so this is a 100% race. So everyone was like, this is gonna be pretty long, but honestly, it didn't feel that long. So here we are for the start of the race, and I get a okay start considering everyone in front of me is on mediums. I mean softs, and TikTok goes in really soft, and I'm able to almost clear him, but I get really tight right there, and then people are all over the road. I went really off the road, and car was really unhappy. The tires weren't warm enough, and I lost some spots, and that was definitely gonna hurt me in the early part of the race. But yeah, so a wacky start, bad start in the end, just because I lost those two spots. But um, it's a long race, so you don't know what's ever really gonna happen. But here in the same spot on lap two, basically, Mahu was having wheel issues, so he said that I was done. He wasn't gonna. He was done. He wasn't gonna go through with this race just because of how long it was. He wasn't gonna deal with those wheel issues. Um, spot for me, and yeah, Mahu is just gonna quit just because like he doesn't want to go through that pain and stuff. So going to the end of lap three here, LCS went a little wide there, and then into the final main turn, he goes really wide off track actually, and then I'm able to get by him and actually use a lot of ERS because DRS is activated and he's gonna be behind me. So I wanted to make sure I can get away from him, but we were able to do that. And then honestly, at this point, we kind of just settled in just running laps. I was a little faster than LCS at this point, and the softs were still faster than the medium. So this is just running laps at this point and just try to make sure the gap that I do lose on this first stint is not as long. But coming, then we jump up to lap 14. You can see there, Gale's, my teammate Gale's 9 seconds ahead. So basically, it was a 9 second difference between this and 14, these tires in the during this stint. But me and Gale were gonna three stop it because we found out it was actually the fastest strategy. So yeah, my medium stint is actually the shortest stint of the race. So basically, you just want to be on softs as much as you can. But yeah, so I put it on lap 14 to put on softs, and I'm gonna do three uh, stints of softs, like 19 laps each, I think it is. But but yeah, so at this point, just running laps and see how much time I could gain during this time where people are basically this undercut. So, um, and then at this point, this is when the strategy is all going to get whacked. So, I know Gale comes in at like lap 18. So, like right here, he came in, and you can see I gained about almost basically 4 seconds in 3 laps. So, and he's on medium, so I should still be a little bit faster than him at this point. And then we're gonna jump up a little further on lap 19. Bacon, his batteries died, so he actually had to retire as well. Because he had no spare batteries on hand at the time, so he had ended up having to retire. But you can also see that Chafe, who was also like 9 seconds ahead of me, he stayed out even longer, and he's only 2 seconds ahead of me on mediums, and he also spent in the pit lane. So I was like, yeah, this is good for me, and just then we come to lap 22, end of 22, coming to 23, and I've ran Jaffe down, and I'm feeling really good right now, just because like if I can get ahead of him, I can try to run TikTok down, and typically faster than TikTok. So um, I knew I was super far back, so I wasn't using any ERS. I knew Jaffe was just using it like it was like there was no limit to it. It was crazy, but gained a lot through 1 and 2 and 3, and then I use ERS here just because I feel like I'm close enough to make the move happen and use DRS and try to get side by side with him, and still side by side through the 4 and 5. I think that's what they're called. But still side by side. I decided I need to just fall in and run more laps. So next lap I'm closer to him, and he's already got his light blinking, so I knew that he couldn't really defend this one. So just fall in line here, and hopefully the softs don't die out because like there will be a transition point, right? So um, just hoping for the best in this race. But lap 26, Chaffee was able to get close to me and get a huge DRS and blow by me. But then TikTok in turn 5 crashes, and you can see he's in the middle of the track. Chaffee goes to the inside. I go to the outside of him. Chaffee actually gets a puncture. The safety car comes out, but yeah, Chaffee gets a puncture, and that allows me to go by and pass Chaffee because he's got a puncture and he can't maintain speed basically. So the game just lets me go by him. So all of a sudden we're back in the fourth. Puck gets a drive-through because he's not paying attention to the safety car delta, and this race is getting all sorts of crazy. Kermit, he's on softs way far ahead, and all sorts of chaos is happening at this point. Um, so yeah, so it's a complete chaos. So the current situation, I'm in fourth. LCS and Chefe are behind me. Puck has to do a drive-through. Gale Force is on old mediums, and Kermit's also on soft. So I was feeling pretty good. I was kind of laying back, trying to get a run, but it didn't really work out. So, but coming to lap 30, almost halfway through this race at this point. Um, so at this point, I kind of knew I was easy second at this point, just because I knew Puck had to do his drive through and Gale would just let me by just because of the tire difference. So, um, but really calm restart to say the least. But I was feeling pretty good at this point, and I was blowing a lot of ERS because Jaffe was right behind me, and I know that's what he does, and it's I don't know. But Puck pits, I move into third, and then I was surprised how well Gale was doing on those mediums. He held on a lot longer than I thought he would. But lap 31 coming to 32, I'm able to get DRS and use ERS to get by him and clear. And I was basically at this point I was telling Gale, hold him up as best as you can. And honestly, from this point onwards, I was telling Gale to like sacrifice the race for me to try to win it because there was actually a legit chance I was going to have a good shot at winning. Um, so after the next few laps, I started gaining on Kermit a little bit, and on lap 36, he actually decides he's going to come into the pit, and we are going to take the lead in the Brazilian Grand Prix. So, and I was able to pull away from Chafe, so I had the pace on Chafe. So at this point, I'm like, I was feeling really good because like I don't know if you see it here, but Kermit in his pit stop, he actually goes onto the mediums because he hasn't changed tire compound yet. He's only done 2 soft stints, and I kind of felt like he had to stay out all the way to win. So jump up to lap 42, and at this point, you can see Kermit's 13 seconds behind, and I kind of felt like he was going to stay out the entire time. So I felt okay. Actually, the guy I was worried about was Puck. Even though he had a drive through at this point, he was only 7.5 seconds back, and I was kind of worried about that because he was gaining at a rate I was not happy with. So, and basically how this race is playing out, Gale's on softs, and basically I told him we all have to pit, and I'm basically telling him to sacrifice the race to give me a chance to win, and yeah, I'm just like telling him like what I think you need to do, and it's kind of funny because usually he's a bit faster race pace wise. He's a bit faster than me, but he was definitely faster than me in like the practices we were doing and stuff. And but this was a strategy on how it played out. But yeah, basically it was telling Gale to sacrifice his race, and We'll see how he handles it. But now you can see on lap 45, Puck just gets by Chaffee, and he's only 4.5 back at this point. And I knew I was going to need help. But jump up to lap 49, he's only 2.3 back, and I was coming in the pit this lap too. I was curious what Puck was going to do because usually Puck goes a little longer, and I was hoping he did, but he was not going to do that today. So he comes in with me at the same time. But I actually had a better pit road and actually gained about 7 tenths on him. So, um, but but Gale, Kermit's 13 seconds ahead on mediums, and I think he has to go to the end to win. But you always throw an audible. I really don't know what he's doing at this point. So I know Gale is going to stay out late and maybe try to go to the end on those softs to help me try to win this race. And lap 54, Kermit actually decided to go on to those softs a few laps after us because he knew he wasn't going to be able to hold us off. And then lap 55, I go for the move on Gale as he lets me by, but I mess up turn 2 so bad, and it slows Gale down as well, and that's actually going to end up hurting Gale so much on this straightaway. It's going to give Puck an opportunity, and through this critical part of the track where you can actually hold people up, and Puck was able to get to his inside, and on those old softs that Gale's on, he's just not able to do much. So I kind of screwed everything up there, messing up turn 1, 2, and 3. But I felt like at least he would have been able to hold him off for this sector and try to back him up really bad. But lap 56, Puck was right behind me, and I think he was hesitant of actually passing me, but actually right here I didn't give him a choice and made him go by me because I wanted to get the DRS here. So, and then Kermit's only 1.7 behind, so I was like, oh, Kermit's fast. But I get DRS trying to fight back, and it's going to be really tight in the turn 4. Puck really squeezes me, and that kind of borderline, but it is what it is. But I think it was just delaying the inevitable if I really complained about it too much. So, um, so at this point, I kind of knew like don't really have a chance, and like at this point, I actually decided if Kermit got a run, just to let him go because my best chance at winning was Kermit and Puck racing stupid. So, and honestly, I was kind of surprised Kermit made it this far because usually he just wrecks himself. So, so I was it was kind of surprising that he made it this far. But at this point I'm in third comfortably. Then lap 62, and as soon as I say I talk about Kermit, yeah, he crashes. So Kermit with way fresher tires than everyone pulls a Kermit and wrecks himself for like the 8th time this season. So I just love to screw with Kermit. So, but this safety car it changes everything because me and Puck, you only have 3 sets of softs, and we've ran 20 laps on all 3 of them. So we're forced to take mediums. Gale, who has sacrificed his entire race, has fresh softs because he extended a stint. So, and Chaffee's on old softs as well, and LCS is on softs as well. So me and Puck are basically sitting ducks to Gale because he sacrificed his whole race for me, and now he's got the fresh softs. Kind of funny how that works out. So, yeah, only like 7 laps left, so still have a shot here. So I got through 1 and 2 pretty good, but 3 I did not go through well at all. And then Gale got through it really well, and it was not going to hold them up. So yeah, Gale had this race basically fall out of his lap because he was sacrificing it by sacrificing this race for me. And then lap 67 down into turn 4, Puck and Gale go side by side through 4. They go side by side through 5, battling for the win. And I was like, this is I can like, kind of have a chance here because I'm like, well, if they keep going side by side, I'm going to keep gaining. You see how much time I've already gained. And they go side by side through this section as well. This was crazy racing. And I was hoping I would maybe they both make mistakes and I can just slip through for the win. But Gale was finally able to get clear and pull away at this point and jump up to the final lap of the season at Brazil. It was a season of misfortunes, to say the least. This season, had an unbelievable amount of bad luck and not really a ton of good luck to go my way. I actually had some luck with how the safety cars played out in the first part of this race, but that second one kind of hurt a little bit. I guess I don't know. I was gonna finish third regardless of what happened. So another podium to end up the season, and Gale went on to win after the race fell into his lap. So congrats to Gale, and ended the season with another podium. So I was happy with that. Um, so I want to appreciate everyone that does watch these videos. I appreciate you all. So um, final results was Gale, Puck, me, podium, LCS fourth, Chaffee fifth, and everyone behind him ended up DNFing. So that was pretty chaotic. It was a fun experiment. I don't know if we're going to be doing 100% races, but we'll see. Obviously, we're going to be kind of dormant on the F1 side till F1 2022 comes out. So as of right now, next season, sometime in late July for it to start. So um, obviously the Nitro F1 league's on a bit of a hiatus, but that's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the season, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Bye!